Hello, this is my second video for negative exponent lesson, for the negative exponent rule. So I did up to 15 in my previous video, so we're dealing with number 17 now. Okay, so number 17, I'm going to copy it down. 18a squared b to the third power c to the ninth. Okay, now we see 15 on top, 18 on the bottom. We are reducing the fraction. So 15 over 18 is the same thing as 5 over 6. And then a to the second power over a to the second power is, we just cross them out, right? Because the same thing on top, the same thing on the bottom. Or we can look at it this way. 2 minus 2 is 0. A to the 0 power is 1. B to the fifth power over B to the third power is B to the second power. C to the eighth over C to the ninth. 8 minus 9 is C to the negative first power. We clearly see that C is not happy. So everything stays the same other than C. C goes down with positive 1 power. We don't put 1 because it's not needed. We know that it's 1. Number 19. Negative 9 r squared s to the 6th power t to the 4th power 54 r to the 5th s to the 2nd t to the 8th. So here we see negative 9 over 54. We reduce it by 9. So it's negative 1 over 6. Negative 1, which we don't have to write. So it's just negative. R to the 2nd over R to the 5th is R to the negative 3rd power. 2 minus 5 is negative 3. S to the 6 over 6, S to the 2nd is S to the 4th. 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 minus 8 is negative 4, and this is our T power. The power 4T. We see that R is not happy because it has negative exponent, and T is not happy. It's the same thing. So we're going to bring them down. All is left is S to the 4th power on top, 6 on the bottom, and then R gets happy and T is happy again. Number 21. X to the 2nd power, Y to the 3rd power, minus 2 times X to the 5th, Y to the 4th. Okay, so we first have to raise everything inside of this parentheses into negative 2nd power, and this will be raised into negative 3rd power. So x squared to the negative 2nd power is x negative 4 to the negative 4th power. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Y to the negative 6. X to the 15th because to the negative 15th because 5 times negative 3 is negative 15. Y to the negative 12th power. So now we're going to multiply the exponents with the same bases. X to the negative 4th times x to the negative 15th is going to be x to the negative 19th because negative 4 plus negative 15 is negative 19. Y to the negative 18th power. We clearly see that they're both not happy, so they both go down, and only one stays on top. Number 23. 2 more to go. Hopefully I'm copying the problems correctly. So on top here, we see the parentheses. So all these terms, all of them 3, x and y have to be raised to the 2nd power. Same thing. No, it's not the same thing. Here, this power 3 belongs only to y. So we don't have to raise everything to any power. So 3 to the 2nd power is 9. X to the 2nd power. Y to the 2nd power. And we're just going to copy all that. We don't need parentheses for that anymore. It's just a multiplication. So here we can reduce a little bit. We see 2 on top. We can we see 2 and 6. So we can do, reduce it by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Now we see 9 and 3. We can reduce it by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So the only thing that is left is 3, right? So we're done dealing with with the numbers. X squared times x to the 4th power is x to the 6th. Y squared times y to the 3rd power is y to the 5th. And then we're just going to copy whatever is going on the bottom. Now we are going to divide. 3 is left alone. X to the 6th power over x to the 8th power. 6 minus 8 is negative 2. So x to the y to the 5th over y to the 1st is y to the 4th. X is not happy. It has negative exponent. So everything but x stays on top. X goes down with a positive exponent. And finally, the final problem is problem 25. 6bc to the 3rd power. And then times 3b to the 5th power c to the 3rd power over 5b to the 5th power c to the 2nd power 2b c to the 6th. Okay, so here we don't have to raise anything to any power, or we have to, because there's nothing on top of these parentheses, not here, 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 or here. So we're just multiplying. But before we can reduce, we see 2 on the bottom and c on the top. So we can reduce it by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 2. So now we can multiply. 2 times 3 is 6. And then 5 on the bottom. B times b to the 5th power is b to the 6th power. C to the 6th power. B to the 8th power on the bottom. And c to the 8th power on the bottom as well. So 6 over 5. Now b to the negative 2nd power, because 6 minus 8 is negative 2. C to the negative 2nd power. 6 over 5. And then b and c were not happy with negative exponents, so they get the positive exponents now. Sorry, there was a sticker right here, I guess. It's not dirty. All right, guys. So what you have to do is you have to write all these problems down with the work. So whatever I have written down, you have to have written down on your worksheets. Then you have to do all the evens on the for the classwork, and then you have to do the homework. So this is your assignment for today. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Stay safe.